we must see that unlike other religions, the central Christian claims are irreducibly historical. If somehow, I have no idea how, you could prove that Gautama the Buddha never lived, would you destroy the credibility of Buddhism? Of course not. The plausibility and credibility of Buddhism depend on the internal coherence and attractiveness of Buddhism as a kind of philosophical religious system. It depends not a whit on any historical claim. If somehow, I have no idea how, you could prove that the great Hindu god Krishna never lived, would you destroy Hinduism? No, of course not. If the ancient Greeks had thousands of gods, Hindus have millions. And the complex vision of Hinduism, in which all of reality is enmeshed in one truth with its infinite variations and its karmic system of retribution and cyclic advance, falling away, all depends in no way on the existence of any one of them. If Krishna gets bumped off, go down the street to a Shiva temple. Suppose then you approach your friendly neighborhood mullah and you seek to explore how tightly Islam is tied to historical events. You will discover that history is important in Islam, but not the same way in which it is important in biblically faithful Christianity. You might ask the mullah, could Allah, in your understanding, had he chosen to do so, given his final revelation to someone other than Muhammad? There's a pretty good chance the mullah will misunderstand your question and say, we believe that God gave great revelation to the prophet Abraham, and great revelation to the prophet Moses, and great revelation to the prophet Jesus. But we believe that Allah gave his greatest and final revelation to Muhammad. And you might reply, with respect, sir, I understand that that is what Islam teaches. And of course, you will understand that I, as a Christian, don't see things quite that way. But I'm not asking if Muslims believe that God gave his greatest and final revelation to Muhammad. Of course you believe that. I'm asking rather a hypothetical question. Could God have given his greatest and final revelation to someone other than Muhammad, had he chosen to do so? And then your thoughtful mullah will reply, of course, Allah, blessed be he, is sovereign. He can do whatever he wishes. The revelation is not Muhammad. He merely conveyed the revelation. There is nothing intrinsic to Muhammad that constitutes the revelation. Revelation is entirely in the gift of Allah. Allah could have given it to anyone to whom he chose to give it, but we believe that he gave it to Muhammad. In other words, although it is important to Muslims to believe and teach that ultimate revelation from Allah was given in history to Muhammad, and Islam's historical claims regarding Muhammad are part and parcel of its apologetic to justify this view, there is nothing intrinsic to Muhammad himself that is bound up with a theological vision of Islam. Otherwise put, a Muslim must confess that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is his prophet, but Muhammad's historical existence does not in itself determine the Muslim's understanding of God. But now suppose you ask a similar question to a Christian pastor. Do you believe that the God of the Bible might have given his final revelation to someone other than Jesus Christ? In our context, the question is bizarre. It's incoherent. The revelation is Jesus Christ. It's not even coherent as a question. And this revelation entered history in the incarnation, as John puts it in his first letter. That which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked at and our hands have touched, this we proclaim concerning the word of life. The life appeared. We have seen it and testified to it. This is an historical revelation. Moreover, there are specific historical events in Jesus' life that are essential to the most elementary grasp of Christianity. And here pride of place goes to Jesus' death and resurrection.